98 Sports Talk here. I see that looks like Hugh Freeze is probably going to end up at Alabama. The rich getting richer over there. Brian Dable, was hired away by the Buffalo Bills, so Alabama's got an opening for an offensive coordinator there. Hugh Freeze is, I can't think of anybody that would be a better offensive coordinator at this point for any school. The guy's obviously really good on offense. So I think it makes a lot of sense. I just wish Bama would not get him, because Bama seems to get everybody and all the players. Everybody's tired of Bama. Are you tired of Bama? Let me know what you think down there. But again, for Bama fans, this would be an amazing hire. Barrett Sallee of CBS Sports is reporting that he went over there to Alabama, had a meeting with Saban last night, and he's looking at, one of those, not the offensive coordinator role. He's looking at the, an offensive analyst role, which, come on, that basically means he's the offensive coordinator or going to be the offensive coordinator. Maybe he takes that quote unquote analyst role for a couple of months, but then he becomes, the official coordinator, maybe a week or two into the season or something like that. Either way, he'll be the offensive coordinator at Alabama, unless somebody goes ahead and hires him away first. I don't know who would do that outside of, I know LSU has an opening. I know they just cut ties with their former offensive coordinator. Wish LSU would just go ahead and pony up, pay Hugh Freeze, whatever he wants to, give him a couple $1 million. I forget who it was, but some offensive coordinators making $2 million somewhere. So give Hugh Freeze $2 million. Who cares what everybody thinks of Hugh Freeze? Yeah, he did wrong at Ole Miss, and he either knew about the cheating going on there, or he had a hand in it, or he turned a blind eye, which is why he had to step down there. But you can't deny that he's a really good offensive coordinator. So let's hope LSU steps up and keeps him away from Bama. I'm sure everybody in the country is thinking that. For you Bama fans, obviously you'd be rooting for Hugh Freeze to hook up with Nick Saban there, but they're just the rich getting richer, and it's kind of funny. Booger McFarland's take on it, who's a former LSU defensive end or defensive lineman. He said, he had a quote in there. I can't remember what it was, but saying something like, and I'm paraphrasing what he said, something like Nick Saban kind of realizes that his word is almost godlike now in the NCAA, and it's there's a lot of truth to that. Whatever Saban does, he's gonna get a pass right now almost. Nobody's gonna question him. And that's why, Hugh Freeze can be hired there at Alabama, and nobody's really going to complain about it. I think if Hugh Freeze was looking at taking another job, people would be like, oh, everybody would complain. Oh, he just screwed up at Ole Miss. He should be, punished. He shouldn't be allowed to coach, blah, blah, blah. But somehow if Bama does it, it's going to be okay. Or excuse me, if Nick Saban does it, it's going to be okay. But anyways, what do you guys think about this? You guys, first of all, do you think he's going to land there in Alabama? Do you think he will go elsewhere? Do you think LSU ponies up and maybe gets Hugh Freeze? I don't know. This is going to be an interesting one. I don't know why I didn't see this coming, because it's a perfect fit. I was actually thinking LSU would get him. But Bama's stepping in there. They need an offensive coordinator, and if I'm Nick Saban, I'm gonna go get Hugh Freeze too. I don't blame him, not at all. I would do whatever it takes to get Hugh Freeze. He's the best offensive mind out there. Why not? So, anyways, and if you guys haven't hit the sub button, do so please. I'm trying to get to 100 subs here so we can do some live streams. Well, let me know what you think on Hugh Freeze. Is he going to Bama? Is Nick Saban playing, is he just on God mode up there? Can he just do whatever he wants? I don't know. We'll see what happens here.